All right, we are now joined by our NASCAR Cup Series pole winner here at Phoenix Raceway. It's William Byron, driver of the number 24 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. If you have a question for William, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. All right, we'll start up front right here.
Cooperin's Cronkite News. There we go. Cooperin's Cronkite News. William, we spoke before the practice session kind of about the option tires and what you thought about it. Now that you have a bunch of laps in practice and qualifying, what do you make of them, and how do they fall off for you?
Honestly, I thought the tire was great. I think it fell off some, with heat and just kind of starting to slide around. So, but I felt like the tire felt good as soon as we bolted it on. Obviously, more grip to fire off, so more pace, on the short run, and then honestly, the progression throughout the run was exactly what you would want to see. So, just had more grip, and then I felt personally like our car was pretty good on that tire. We have a little bit of work to do on the yellow, but I don't see any problems with the red. I think that it's going to promote a good race and probably some a lot of variation between the tires.
Here, we'll go next to Bob and then Cole.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. Some guys have come in here and they indicate that they kind of knew what their race strategy was as far as the tires. Are you pretty aware of what your plan is, or have you guys not really discussed a plan until you saw what they did today?
Yeah, I have really no idea what the plan is per se. I think that we have a general sense of kind of when we would put on the reds, but you have to have some of those in reserve for the end. So I just know that there's probably going to be some varying strategies because the guys in the back of the field will be able to do something different. So I anticipate, everyone kind of being on different stuff, but probably your top 10 guys will be on the same.
And that kind of leads me to, does being on the pole in some way dictate your strategy? Because if you were a little further back, maybe you would just say, okay, I have a win. Let me just try to earn a couple of playoff points early.
Yeah, maybe. I think I wish I knew a little bit more about the strategy. I try to stay a little bit removed just because I feel like it overwhelms my brain. So just honestly for me, I think when we're up front, we're just going to probably do the same thing that the other guys, in the top 5 that we're racing with. And, yeah, it's going to open the door for, a 20th place guy like Suarez did at Richmond, basically, where he had, not a great race going and put on the reds and capitalized. And, I think there was a caution or something. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it could change things a bit. But for me, I'm just focused on, having the best car we can get on both tires.
Go ahead, Cole.
Cole Cusimano, Arizona Republic. William, you hear a lot about how important the first pit stall is in winning the pole at Phoenix. Is that pit stall even more important this time around with the option tires, or is it more or less the same?
No, I don't think it really matters as much as it used to since they changed the line. Like I had the number 1 stall in the fall, and I think it's not as much of an advantage. So, no, I think this place has a lot of room on pit road too. So there's a lot of places you can have a good pit stall. So, no, I think this place matters a lot less on pit stall selection than a lot of other places. Like if you go to, an SMI track that, they have a pretty narrow pit road, the way that the dogleg is, it's way more important there.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And then Kyle Busch was just in here moments ago, and he said he wished that there were more option tires available. Obviously, 2 stickers for tomorrow. Do you have that same feeling?
Yeah, I think that's my consensus on the strategy is it's going to be pretty straightforward because there's only 2 sets. So I personally would like to see us just go to the red and eliminate the yellow and then just have red tires because I feel like they fall off more and you'll see more like what you had at Martinsville in the fall. So I don't really love the fact that we're alternating, but I mean it's going to create an interesting race for sure.
We'll go to Noah in the back.
Noah Reed, KSAZ Fox 10. Kyle Busch was in here a few minutes ago, and he talked about, respect in NASCAR and how last week's finish was a win for the sport. I'm curious from your perspective, being involved, why, what is the importance of having a clean finish of a race?
It all depends on who you're racing, and that's what people, ask me throughout the week, like, oh, what's going through your head and all this stuff. And it's like, me and Bell have always raced really well. I have a lot of respect for he and Adam and their team and what they do. And I think that when you're racing the same guys every week, you learn kind of their tendencies, and you always have a memory of what happens on the racetrack. And so I think it is very situational, but I think that there needs to be a greater level of respect in general throughout the field, and still race hard, because this car requires you to race hard, and there is contact. So it's just, to me, it's all about who you're racing.
Any additional questions for William? Go back to Bob.
Do you think with the higher temperatures tomorrow and Xfinity rubber on the track, will that impact significantly or at all the tire wear?
I mean, it'll be worse. It'll be worse than today. But I think this place is just starting to age, and we've had hotter races than this weekend for sure. The last few, like, we've had some 90-degree races, so it's not going to be as bad as that. But I think this track is starting to get some really good age to it. It is still difficult to pass because there is no banking to lean on, especially in 1 and 2. So if you want to be aggressive, it's hard to be. But you're seeing the apron start to become a bigger deal, and I just think the racetrack is starting to lose grip. So you'll have more wear because of that.
All right, William, thanks for coming
Cool.
in.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations. Good luck this weekend.